press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Good morning children. Okay, today we are going to start, we will going to continue the topic we have left in the previous classes. That is our changing earth. We were doing our changing earth in the previous class, right? Yes. We will continue the further topic in this lesson. That is major landforms. Major land forms. Okay. Here we will going to see about what are the different kinds of landforms, how did they form, like that we will see. Okay. First of all, let me tell you, our land, it is eroded or it is worn out. Our land is worn out by many kinds of things. That is, it may be erosion or it may be weathering. Like these phenomena will worn away our land surfaces. Understood? Yes, let me tell you. This is our land surface, right? Okay. On the land surface, we will be having soil and stones, sand, silt, etc. Right? So, this soil and rocks, everything will be worn out from this earth surface because of two phenomena, that is, first one is weathering and the second is erosion. How will this weathering influences the worning away process of this land surface? I will tell you. What do you mean by weathering? Weathering means it is the breakdown of the rocks and the minerals into a smaller substances, that is known as weathering. See, this is a land surface. We are having different kinds of rocks. Breakdown of these rocks will happen over the period of time. Okay. But this breakdown of rocks will not happen suddenly. It will take a long time to happen. This weathering is a slow process. Okay. For the formation of the soil, for the formation of only 1 centimeter of soil, it takes millions of years. Understood? For the formation of little bit amount of soil, it takes million years. So does the weathering. Weathering will be a slow process. Weathering means it is a breakdown of the rocks, okay, which are present on the land surfaces. That is why our land is worn out. Weathering is one of the cause for the worning away of our land. Understood? The next one is erosion. What do you mean by erosion? Erosion means, let me write this weathering definition. It is let me write it like this. Weathering is the breaking down of rocks and minerals which are present on the land surface. Okay. The next one is erosion. Okay. What do you mean by erosion? Erosion means it is the removal of the topmost layer of the soil, sand, silt or rocks, minerals, everything by the agents like water, wind and ice, etc. Okay, understood? As I already said, weathering means breakdown of the rocks and minerals which are present on the land surface, and erosion is, it is a removal of the topmost layer of the earth surface, okay, removal of the topmost layer of the earth's surface by the agents like water, wind and ice. Let me write the definition. Erosion means removal of topmost layer of the earth's surface by agents like water, wind, ice, etc. Okay, now you have understood what are the causes for the formation of the landforms, different kinds of, and also for what is the cause for the warning or removal of the topmost layer of the soil. So, weathering and erosion are the causes for the removal of the topmost layer of the soil. Understood? Let me repeat again. Our land is worn out, or the topmost layer of the earth's surface is removed because of the two processes or the phenomena. They are weathering and erosion. Okay, weathering means breakdown of the rocks and erosion means removal of the topmost layer of the earth's surface by agents like water, wind and ice, etc. Understood? Yes, this is about the forms. And this water, wind and ice, these agents will transport the sand or a soil or a silt or a rocks from one place to another places and they will deposit there. Okay, understood? Let me repeat. These agents, water, wind, ice, etc., they will transport the sand, silt, rock or soil, everything which is present on the earth's surface, they will transport them and they will deposit at some place. Okay. This will leads to a formation of the different kinds of landforms. Okay. These things, these agents, they will transport the soil from one place to another place. So, and they will deposit here. So, this will leads to a construction or a formation of a different kinds of landforms. Okay. Then, this is about the thing. Then we will see each and every agents, how they will form the landforms. Okay. First is river water. First we are going to see about, first let me rub it clearly. Okay. We are going to see different agents, how they will form the landforms. The first agent is river water. Okay. How will this river form a different kinds of landforms? How this will affect the erosion or a removal of the topmost layer of the soil or a rocks? Okay. This river water, it will flow, right? River water will flow, right? Okay. What it will do? It will transport and deposit the soil particles from one place to another place. Okay. This river, from it will start from here. It will take all the soil particles and or the rocks, everything which is present on this area, and it will transport this from here, 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 and finally it will deposit here. Understood? Yes. This river, it will transport the soil particles which are present on some point to it will transport and it will deposit to another point. So, from here it was some kind of landform. So, after the deposition it will become different kind of landform. Understood? So, like this different kind of landforms will be formed. How this river will do? Let me tell. Okay, let me rub that. See, river is flowing. If that river will falls on a big rock which is very steepy, okay, which is very steepy, which is very slopey, which is very steepy rock like this. If the rock is like this, if the river is flowing on this rock, means what will happen? It will go down, right? Yes. The river is traveling from here to here, it will comes on this rock surface and it will fall down like this because of the steepiness of the rock. Understood? Yes. This river will travel from here and it will fall down like this because of the steepiness of the or a steepiness or a slope of these big rocks. Okay, like this will happen. Have you seen the Jog Falls? Yes, same thing we can see and the Jog Falls. You can see there are 4 rivers on the Jog Falls which will fall from high places on the rocks and they form a falls and fell down. Okay, this is known as falls. This will happen. And this river after falling here, when it moves to a plane surfaces, it will go in it will bend. Okay, let me write it on the upper portion of the board so that you guys can see it clearly. See, after that, when this river flows on a plane surface, it will form a curves or it will bend like this. Okay, this river will bend like this and it will flow. Okay, as I said already, this river will carry some amount of deposits. Okay, those sand and the silt which it carries, we will call them as deposits. Okay, let me write it, deposit, or some sediments, we call it sediments. Okay, those sediments what this river carry, they will be deposited here in this bend or here like this. They will deposit the sediments in the bends part. Okay, this bend part is known as meanders. Okay, when this river flows in a plane surface, it will bend or it will make a curve, and this bend or curve is known as meanders. Understood? This is known as meanders, and it will deposit some amount of sediments at this point. Understood? Yes, it will deposit some amount of sediment on this bend or meanders, and these sediments what they will do, they will come nearer. They will be like this, right? After some time what they will do, they will come like this. They will come nearer. They will come very close, and what they will do, they will leave this river, and this leads to the formation of oxbows. Means the little amount of river part, the part of this river will cut off, okay, from this river. This is known as oxbows. Okay, this is known as oxbow. Let me repeat it again. When the river flows on a plane, it will move in a curved surface or it will bend at some points. Those bends or curved surfaces are known as meanders. They are known as meanders. And after some times, it will deposit some amount of sediments at that point. As the time goes, small part of the river will cut off from the main stream of this river, and that is known as oxbow. Understood? This is known as oxbow. like these things will happen. And these oxbows or the river, when they flow very heavily, what they will do? They will flow on the nearby banks or the nearby surfaces or the nearby villages. So that causes a flood. When that river will move very fast, when water is so much in the river where the pressure of the water is more, it will, see, this is a village, this is village, the river is flowing here. Because of the pressure, what will happen? It will start moving like this, it will start moving like this, okay. So what will happen? The water will go inside the river and this leads to a flood. Understood? Yes, this leads to a flood. This is a land surface. The water is coming here. It is because of the high pressure, it is moving like this. This is land surface. Here, as I said already, river carries some sediments, right? It will deposit those sediments on the bank of this river, the land surface. The land surface which is nearer to this river is known as bank, okay. It will deposit some sediments on the bank or a land surface nearer to it, okay. Then this will happen, that whatever it will deposit, either it may deposit some sand, silt or rock, whatever the particles. This leads to this land surface where the river has deposited some amount of the sediments, that there it will form a fertile plain, okay. This land surface, it is a plain land surface, right. This river will deposit some kind of sediments on this. So, we will call it as a fertile plain. Understood? Yes. This is how the river water will form different kinds of landforms. Here it has formed some kind of land, that. So, the river is also one of the cause for the formation of this landform. Okay. Then this is about the river. How will the river form a landforms? Okay, let me repeat it once again. The river which will be flowing like this, what will do it? When it falls on the big rocks, a steepy rock, it will fall down like a falls, and then when it comes to a plain surfaces, it will bend down like this. Okay, these bends we call meanders. These bends we call meanders, and it will deposit some kind of sediments in the meanders, okay, in the bend surfaces. Then later this part of this lake, part of this river cut off from the main stream, that is known as oxbows. Okay. Then it will transport some amount of sediments from one place to another place and forms a landform. Okay. This is about the river water. Now, we will study about the another, that is, let me write it. The another is, okay. Before I am going to tell that this river is moving like this, right. Ultimately, this river has to join with the sea or a ocean, which is a bigger one, which is a vast one. Every rivers will ultimately join to a sea, right. When the river is going to join the sea, when the river is going to join the sea or ocean, it will become slow, okay. It will become very slow. The flow of the pressure of the water will become very slow, and it forms different distributaries, okay. it will become very slow and it forms different distributaries. These are known as distributaries. These are different mouths. Okay, this is the main river. It will become slow while reaching the sea and it gives different mouth parts. Okay, so these are known as distributaries. Okay. Let me write the diagram clearly. Okay, let me write it like this. Okay, this is the point. The main river is moving like this. The main river is moving like this. When it comes to nearer to a sea, it will become slow and form different mouths. Those are known as distributaries, and the mouth of every distributary will join to a part known as delta. Okay, understood? Yes. This main river, when it comes to the sea, it will become very slow and it will form different mouths and it will divide into different mouths, and it will those mouths are called as distributaries. Finally, those mouths, all the mouths will combine into a same place, that is known as delta. Okay, this is about the river water. Next, we will move on to the next topic is work of the sea water. Now, we have seen the work of the river water. We will see the work of sea water. Now, we will see the work of sea water. The first sea water, the big seas are there. You have seen in the Mangalore or in the Kerala, like that. You have seen many big oceans or sea, right? How does this sea water will form landforms? Like that one we will study here. This sea water, it will also carry some amount of sand, silt or clay or rock material, whatever which falls on the path of it, and it will carry that and it will transport that material and it will deposit somewhere, and that leads to a coastal landforms. Okay, the landform which is formed by the sea water which carries sediments along with is known as coastal landform. Okay, this sea water while flowing, it will carry some amount of rocks or sand, stones, whatever it will deposit, that is known as coastal landform. It will deposit them on the land, right, on the bank of the sea, right, that is known as coastal landforms. Okay, this is about the sea water. And in the sea water, what they will do, there will be some kind of rocks. Let me show it. See, in the sea water there will be rock. This is rock. Okay, sea is flowing here. Okay, this is a sea. Okay, this is sea and these are the rocks. Okay, this sea water will come and hit again and again to a point. Okay, and it forms a hole. Okay, again after some times, again due to a continuous hitting of the sea water on that rock, what will happen? That hole will become bigger hole. Again it will become much bigger and it will form a cave like structure. It will become a cave. Okay, what will become? It will become a cave. Okay, again it will hit, right? again they will be continuously hitting these rocks. So, as the time passes, this cave, what will happen? The only roof is left, only top portion, the roof is left. This lower portion, everything will be vanished. Everything will be, what will happen? It will be vanished because of the heating, it will break down and it will go with the water, right? This only roof part will be left. Again, after a continuous period of heating, what will happen? This roof also will go out. This roof also will go out and only a small wall will be remaining. Those are known as stacks. Okay, let me write them. Those are known as stack. Okay, as I said earlier, it will come here, it will form a holes or a caves. Again, the down portion will be lost and that upper portion, only the upper portion is what we call it, we call it as a arches, sea arches. And again, after a period of time, this will also go and only a part of rock or a wall will be remaining, that we call it as stacks. Okay, what we call, it's a stack. Like this, sea water will do the changes and it will form a landforms. Okay. So, this is about the sea water. Now, we will see the work of ice. Before going to the work of ice, let me revise it once again. The sea water will also carry some amount of sediments along with it and it will deposit them at some place. So, that is known as coastal landforms. When the sea water will hit the stones or rocks which are present in the sea, it forms a small hole in the rock. Okay. Again after hitting so many times, that hole will become big and it will form a cave. Okay. And again this cave, the lower portion will be worn out and only upper portion will be left, that is roof will be left. So, that is known as arches. After some times, that roof also will be gone and only a wall will be left, that is we call stacks. Okay. This is about the sea water. Next, we will move on to ice, work of ice. Work of ice. Now, we are seeing the work of ice. The first is river of water or what we call ice river. Okay. Ice rivers are called as glaciers. Okay. Let me write them. River of ice. River of ice is known as glaciers. Okay. These where in the mountains, these isles will be found. Okay. This river of ice is known as glaciers. These ice while moving, or the river of ice or the glaciers while moving, they also carry some amount of sediments along with them. They also transport, they also deposit those sediments at some way and that leads to a formation of landform. Okay. These glaciers or the river of ice, they will carry the sands or stones along with them and which leads to the big stones which are present inside will come out. They will be visible because the topmost soil will be lost. That is why the stones which are lying below the soil will be seen. Okay. And when this ice melt, then the river flow. means there will be in the mountains there will be a ice, okay. When this ice melt, the river will flow. That river, it will be very beautiful to look, okay. So the river of ice is known as glaciers. Like this, they will also form a landforms, and the sand, silt or the whatever the sediments which is transported and deposited by the ice or a glaciers is known as, what we call it, glacial moraines. Let me write it again. We call it as glacial moraines, okay. See, the deposits which is created by, or landforms which is created by these ice rivers by depositing some kind of sediments like sand, silt or clay, soil, stones, whatever is known as glacial moraines, okay, glacial moraines. This is about the work of ice. Now, we will see the another agent, that is wind. Now, we will see the work of wind. Okay. Now, we will see about the wind. In the desert areas, the sand, in the desert areas only we will see sand, right? Okay. Can you name some deserts? Yeah, Thar desert, which is present in the Rajasthan in our India, that is the biggest desert of our country, right? Yes. So, in that desert areas, sand which is present, that will be eroded or it will be transported by the wind, because the sand will be lighter in weight, it will be very light in weight. So, wind will carry it with carry the sand along with it, okay. And what will do? This wind will carry the sand along with it and it will go up. After some times, it will come down and settle. It will drop the sand at somewhere, at some point. This leads to a formation of sand dunes. See, these wind, what it will do? It will carry the sand particles along with it. After moving some part, it will again put down the sand particles at some place. See, let me show you. The wind is moving like this. It will take some sand particles from this place. The wind is moving like this. It will take some sand particles from this place and it will drop it down. Okay, it will drop it down. This leads to a formation of sand dunes. This leads to a formation of sand dunes. Understood? Yes. This is about the wind. And in the wind, in these desert areas, the rocks will be in the form of mushroom. Have you seen the mushroom? Let me write it. Okay. This is mushroom which we can eat, which is very nutritious. The rocks in the desert areas, it will be like this. Okay. They will be in the shape of the mushroom. Not exactly the mushroom shape, to just look like they will just look like a mushroom. Okay. And the wind in the desert areas, it will continuously hit this lower surface. It won't affect the upper surface, it continuously hits the lower surface. That is why the lower surface of the rock will be very plain and it will be very soft. Okay. and this thing will happen in the desert areas by the wind, and eventually these lower surface they will also will erode out. Understood? Yes, this is about the wind. Next we will see that there are some points, interesting points, that is the biggest falls, where it is there? The biggest falls is Angelina, right? Let me write it on the board. The biggest, the highest waterfall is Angel. Angel Fall, which is located in the South Africa, South America. Okay. Before this, I have left one point, that is the deposits which is the sediments which is deposited by the air is known as LEOs, LOESS. Okay. The sediments which is deposited by the air is known as LEOs, and highest LEOs are found in the China. Okay, the sediments which are deposited by the air is known as LEOs, and this highest amount of LEOs is found in China. And okay, let me again give that. The Angel Falls is located in South America. The Angel Falls, which is the highest or biggest falls, is located in South America. After this, there are falls like Niagara Falls, which is located in the North America, and these are some of the falls which are located in our continent. Okay. Then now we have come to an end of this topic, our changing earth. Till now in this topic we have discussed different forms of landforms and what are the volcanoes, what are the earthquakes, etc. Right. In the first class I have said about the volcanoes, the earth, the earthquake, etc. And this class we have discussed about major landforms, how they have formed, what are the agents, what are the causes for the formation, with what agents they have formed. These things we have seen. We have seen that how these how the river areas, the rivers have formed these landforms, how the sea waves have formed, or the sea water has formed the landform, and how the air that is wind has formed the landform. And we have seen that glaciers, that is ice rivers, how they have formed the landforms. So this was about the topic our changing earth, how our earth is changing from day to day, how it is changing inside and outside, what are the causes for the eruption of volcano and what are the causes for the earthquake formation, and what are the plates, what are the lithospheric plates, and what are the different forms formed by the different landforms formed, how they have formed, with what agents they have formed, everything we have seen till now. So this is the end of the chapter, the changing our changing earth. Then in the next class we will see a different chapter, that is air. So let's be prepared for it. Okay, thank you.